Let's see how catastrophic this is. This may not run as well as I'd like it to, but we're going to give it a go. Always some kind of technical issues, but hopefully mostly got it sussed. Oh wait, where am I actually going? That's totally the wrong way. Always forget to center myself properly. Ooh. Where am I starting? Where are you, Starbuck? There you are. Sweet. Okay, so a couple of things we need to do. A couple of things I want to do. First of all, we're going to have to find a space station, which is there. Nah, 10 seconds is too long. There, much better.
Mic off. Mic on.
So for those of you watching this back who have no idea what's going on, I will try my very best to aid in that, if I can. If I can't, then I do apologise. Have I been to this space station before? I don't even know. Oh no, I've not. So everyone else's ship, or the ships of the NPCs, you can actually buy. So it does give you the chance to do it as a fighter. I already have 2 fighters. But my god, that's an expensive one. And probably not even really worth the money. I mean, it's... although... yeah, it's a fighter with all the storage, so... I could say it is, but... the one I've got for it's heavily upgraded. Makes it a bit better. So it just depends how much weight you put on the other bits. Not really. No, I'm not helping you today. Maybe tomorrow. Right, so I've got some bits to sell. Or some key bits in particular. This stuff, because it's worth like 400,000. I want to buy another frigate, so that's what we're going to look to do. And also take all the bits we can while we're here. So I specifically also wanted to, or put us in a cluster, or a solar system, star system, where it's these like brute-headed looking guys, which you've probably seen, which you will have seen already. So my hope is there'll be a recruitable frigate around here that will cost about 2 million units, and will have combat strength to complement my other ship that I have currently, my other frigate. Doesn't look like any of these are recruitable at the minute. We'll see as we get a bit closer if any are. I mean, if not, we can always do, you know, a few missions or whatever in this solar system and go from there. Really, it is all of a possibility. Yeah, there we go. There's a recruitable one. At least one anyway. So let's have a talk to these guys. See what they're saying. Actually, I think this is the only one. But anyway. Regardless of all that. Our enemies cower before our mighty starship. It's good. That's what I like to hear. Now which 1.7? Combat is only 1. What? This is a mining vessel. I already have a mining vessel. Crewed by ghosts. Most bizarre. Okay, so no. And not worth the money as well. Don't want over here. Although this better not be a mining vessel as well. It doesn't look like a mining vessel. But I've been known to be wrong before. This guy's a lot less. Oh, 2.3. Support specialist. Oh, so that's got, well, yeah, they've got a few points in everything. Which, you know, is alright. But, no, there's no issue with it. But, yeah, like I say, I came to this cluster because I wanted one that was good in combat. That was the dream. The dream has been ruined. Because the only two that are available are complete crap. Basically. We'll go over it. This group. I suppose there is any here, are there? Oh, 2. Well, I think that one on the left is clearly a mining vessel. So I'll have a word with this one. Still press the wrong buttons all the time. Right, this one's mining as well. Pretty good mining, actually, and better than the one I currently have. But still. Which one? Oh, I think I actually went to the wrong one. Oh, I think the wrong one actually picked me up. Right, let's have a look at this one then. Here we go, combat specialists. 17. They said 19 then, and 4 industrial as well, so it means I've not got a terribly balanced fleet, but I will have very good industrial and decent combat, which is a good start. Crew mood top notch. Note musical resonance. Okay, well, we can have them anyway. Because you can have up to 5, so feel as though if you get 1 in each strength, and then obviously you could have a supporting one as well. So, welcome aboard, frigate. Right, so let's go to my capital ship, which is just the one that the first one that you start off with, or the first one that you get. You don't start off with it. You still have to earn it through story mission, but yeah, just the basic one. Let's go and force engine it. That was quick. And then we'll go and do some planet exploration after. Because these expeditions usually take about an hour or so in game time. So if we manage to get one up and running, or we manage to find one that's like 50 minutes or so, then we can probably see the conclusion of it at the end. If it's going to be much longer than that though, may have to renege. But still, anyway. So about 16, 17 or so hours in terms of the progress that you can expect. Or need to rename my vessels as well, actually. Because I did have a mining vessel before, and unfortunately that mining vessel from before was... it didn't last. Yeah, it went missing, so to speak. So this mining, actually, what colour would you say that is? Would you say that's blue or would you say that's yellow? Like, I'm seeing it's roughly about half and half, isn't it? I feel like it's more yellow than blue, but yeah, still, that doesn't help me. So, anyway. There, you have been renamed, and now we've got the fighter one, which is a very yellow. And yes, both prominent ships in the BBC comedic sci-fi series Red Dwarf. Hence why my ship is called Starbug. And it looks a bit like Starbug as well, to be fair. Right, so I'm hoping these guys can actually take on a mission of some worth. There's an industrial expedition which is probably going to be quite useful because both of them have got industrial, and then obviously the combat ship can be there to back them up. So the main ship is going to be that one, and yeah, I don't really foresee any issues. I mean, the totals are, well, the totals are okay. Only gives my fleet rating a 2, which is concerns me a little bit, seeing as I've got like nearly 4 million units in my frigates. Anyway, let's send them off. Actually, I didn't check how long it was going to be. Oh, I don't want to talk to this guy. I need to go and have a look at my control panel. Oh, there's my little ships. Speak with the commander of the Yellow Dwarf. Okay. Greetings. Has covered 211 light years, and I estimate our plotted route taken over 1 hour 28 minutes. It's a bit long, but oh well. We'll see what happens. I guess it could be done quicker. I mean, they might end up. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so not going to carry on with any main story stuff. Not too interested in that. What am I going there for? Oh no, I meant to go there. Let's have a look, see what missions there are. Actually, yeah, we'll have a look and see if there's any missions in this system we can go and do. Preferably it takes us down to the planet, if possible. Hunt dangerous pirates, could do that one. It's decent reward. Collect 250 ionized cobalt. Superconducting fiber. Don't know if that's necessarily really worth doing, but okay. Kill 3 sentinel walkers. That's a bit long. And 250 chromatic metal, which I could do like right now if I wanted to. High capacity via vector compressor. Not really interested in doing any of them. No, I'm gonna say no on that one. So I've sort of messed things up a little bit in terms of my ships. So I've got one that's had all the improvements done to it, which is Starbug, and then the other 3, oh, they are here. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not. It's a bit of a glitch with the game. And then the other 3 have had I've had nothing done to them. So I've got a second shuttle, which is Hornet, called Hornet even. It does have a special drive that that Starbug doesn't, so that can be useful as and when that's needed. Blossom's probably the second best one. It's a fighter, it's got really good maneuverability, and it is also a Class B one as well, the same as Starbug. But once again, like this, the only improvement it's had to it is what it already came with. But yeah. But then the issue is, because I've already progressed so much with Starbug, there's really no point in me taking the fighter out to do fighter missions, because it's not as good, basically. So OG fighter, this is like the first one that you get, which happens to be a fighter. It does have one very good upgrade to the shields, but yeah, other than that, nothing else. I did use it for a bit until I found a derelict, got that like literally flying, and then traded that in for Starbug eventually. So that's where we're up to. Let's head down to the planets. Or to a planet even. Oh, looks like we're getting into a fight anyway then. Pathetic interloper, pay or we shall, or you and your pathetic craft shall burn. Shame I haven't got my frigates here. But no, we don't negotiate with pirates, so... Although I am going to get some friendly help, I think, from my own ship, which will be nice. I think it might just be the one of them as well, to be fair. So we could just flee straight back into the capital ship. Oh, there's two. But my goodness me, I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. Too much time talking, not enough time space fighting. Ugh. Power back into the shields. I was getting completely owned there. Still am as well. Yeah. I suppose that's the thing about coming to a system where the guys are warrior class mainly. Rocket launcher out, see if I can. I can't even let me maneuver around. There we go, I have got some help. Something about having the capital ship nearby. Takes a bit of pressure off. Now let's get a few more hits in. Or more importantly, allows me to get the maneuverability, which I must say is the big disadvantage in this shuttle, despite its all its improvements and stuff. It just can't compete to a fire class in terms of its maneuverability. Right, I know I've got the firepower, but against proper fighters, yeah, makes hard work of it, unfortunately. But yes, we can collect some cargo from them, which we'll go and do now. Always make sure you drive through that. And I don't think you don't generally get anything too OT over the top. Actually, I don't even know where it is. Doesn't even seem to be in my inventory. Well, that hasn't actually shown up to say what I got. Yeah, usually it's a shield boost as well, just to bring it back up for getting a kill, which is handy in the heat of the moment. So we need to actually go back to the starship because it'll actually provide us with something to do when we get down to one of the planets. You get occasional updates down in the bottom right hand corner about your expedition, so we'll see them from time to time, and if anything major goes wrong we'll be hailed anyway. So I just need to talk to some of the people here. You have to ask for directions, and then it does apologies, it does give you some way markers for some of the planets, you know, interesting things you can go and check out. So we're going to have a look at that now. I generally just like annoying these guys. Okay, let's find one that actually wants to talk to us. Request dialect help. Nah, we're not interested. Oh, I find place. Trading post. Yeah, that's okay, I suppose. Gives us somewhere to head to anyway, and I don't have to use any takeoff fuel either. No. Now that I have no money. Alright, here we go. Ooh, a freighter. Oh no, not a freighter crash. I thought it was a derelict. Could actually go and we'll go and search for a derelict actually on one of the planets, whichever one we decide to go to. You do get some good stuff from the crash freighters though, in fairness. Usually. Yeah, we'll go and check that out then. And from there we'll have a search for a derelict, see if we can find one. I'll show you what that's all about. That's a whole different ball game. Hopefully it's not on a extreme planet, just like a, you know, one that's got a minor issue, like it's slightly poisonous, or it's slightly too hot, or it's slightly too cold. You know, somewhere it doesn't really matter all that much. Give me resources, rocks. Teacher. Crashed freighter. Now I have to pulse engine it. And then you can always replenish your pulse engine while you're using it, which is nice. Gold I'm going to send to the freighter. I've got quite a bit of a collection. It comes to my gold. 730. Not too bad. Problem is we don't have access to bringing it back the other way while we're out, so whatever's in there is stuck in there until we actually dock. So anything that we might need for the journey doesn't get sent. It's going to become very choppy as we get into the atmosphere. I don't just mean the aircraft, I mean the frame rate. Or should that say, I don't just mean the frame rate. Ah. Very good, let's ease off the speed. Get ourselves a free landing position. Can't remember what materials we need, but if I have to... External temperature is what? Hot, I'm guessing. Unending sunlight, low security, that's good. Yeah, everything looks alright, as long as it's not, yeah, 72 is fine. 72 is okay. Well, not the best obviously, but toxicity's a bit high. Go on then, let's get the log. So when I first came to one of these, I was a bit blown away. It was actually in my review video. But since then they all look the same, so you know it sort of loses its charm after a bit. So let's just do a scan of the whole surrounding area. Cargo pod. We might have to do some refinery shenanigans and such to get materials that we need to open the pods, but if we have to, then we'll go through that as and when. Let's just fire at the random rock. Let's collect some of this ferrite dust because I may well need it. So we are going to be using the terrain manipulator. That one was buried. Condensed carbon. Okay, so if we're going to be using a load of condensed carbon, I'm gonna. Oh, I've already got some carbon to be fair. Let's condense that. Let's get the refinery down. Stick the carbon in it, and then stick the normal carbon in it as well. 125. That's a good start. While I'm waiting for that, let's mine some bits, I guess. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Well, I suppose I could get the other one out. That probably needs the same as well. Yep. That's alright though, because that's not difficult to get hold of. So we can be quite well assured. Actually, we could do some scanning while we're here as well. So all the material, all the fauna you can scan, which then gives you a small amount of units or a big amount of units, depending on what you scan. Although it takes forever. Okay. Condensed carbon is ready. Let's open the pod. So for whatever reason they've all got a safety mechanism built in where you get radiated. Is it possible to draw a Johnson? It definitely is, because it makes it really handy for you. Ooh, better get away from that actually. In fact, since you asked so nicely, I can show you such thing. Manipulator. So it helps because it lets you do it in balls, so you can define how big you want it to be. So you can have your 3 balls and then your... Oh, did I mess that up or did I not? Oh, it's a bit of a bent one, this one. Yeah, he's really bent. In fact, he's got quite small balls. There we go. That was be there forever. Oh, dear. Okay, pick that up. No, not the copper. Even though I like the copper. Cargo board. It's the other side. Yeah, it does look like. Yeah, it does look a bit more like a turd. Okay, people with finer craftsmanship than I can make you a Johnson, if you prefer. I'm gonna have to really dig this one out, I think. Oh no. I didn't actually play. The last Red Faction I played was 2. Was the Armageddon or something? Is that right? Set on Mars? I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if that's what it's called. What was Red Faction Armageddon? The PlayStation? Oh, don't even. You're gonna have to help me out with that one. I can't remember. Probably it's probably even in my Steam library, to be fair. I don't know if they would make another one though. Copper, silver, vein. There can't be. There can't be many left. Right, there's that one there, and I think. Oh no, and there's one there as well. 2 left. I'm gonna run out of my mining ability shortly. Oh, at least got to that one before. Starship launch fuel. Always you can use with launch fuel. Second one's on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, I think Armageddon is the latest one. But the last one I played was number 2, and that was definitely on the PlayStation 2. Let's go and sit in the Starship for a little bit while I sort this out. So, like being a really clever guy that I am, I have got some magnetized stuff. Oh, and I've got some ferro dust. Thank goodness. I'm going to have to start mining some dust. Copper. What was that last one? Phosphorus. Ooh. The other side of the turd. And sticking out of the ground. Oh, more launch fuel. I'm not like upset by getting more launch fuel, but I was hoping something a bit more lucrative. Ah, there's the one I was thinking of. good. Oh, I need some more carbon. Condensed carbon. Look at that. Do I have any carbon? One short. Okay, well I'll leave it going. And I'll mine some carbon. That's not carbon. Nor is that. That is carbon. Which is good because my gun also needs some carbon. It's probably not effective from this range, to be fair. Instead I'm going to have to charge up my gun. There, much better. $80 is much more effective than 30. You do a lot of gathering. Yeah. You know, it's got one of those tiered systems where you've got, well, you've got maybe like 2 or 3 different tiers that you can refine the material to be, and then obviously, and then like one which is 2 top materials combined. So your carbon can be refined into condensed carbon, and then there's one after that which I can't remember what it's called, which I can't do because I haven't got the next, you know, level of refinery. Actually, I can probably tell you one. Oh no, it doesn't say that. And yeah, so, and it obviously well, it doesn't obviously, but a lot of the stuff halves every time. So you get 500 carbon, gives you 250 condensed carbon, which then most likely gives you 125 the next one. So in order to get, you know, 500 of the last one, you're having to get what, 2,000 or whatever, which is a lot of gathering per tree or tree-like object in the game. You get what, 120, 130. So you're going for a forest, and then you can burn through these resources pretty quick. Because the mining gun needs carbon for it to be replenished, at least in just the mining. But if you want to gather minerals, or sorry, metals, then you've got to use the mining tool. But you need a ferrite for that, so you've got to mine that. So yeah, can be quite resource monitoring heavy. Okay, some more launch fuel. So yeah, not great, but it is what it is. Worth the materials that I spent opening it, I feel. And what did I get that for? I want my signal booster. Okay, let's use navigation data. I've got way too many of them anyway. See if they need a stress signal. See if we can find a crashed ship and show what that's like. If there is one. Abandoned building. Not quite as fun. At least it is on the planet though. So there is that. 17 minutes, so fairly far away. I've got plenty of navigation data though, so let's try another one. Let's try another distress. So occasionally it finds stuff on different planets. It seems to like just find the nearest one that fits that category. Oh, so there is one on this on the planet, which is cool. 9 hours, so that's pretty far. Right. Yeah, and the exploring's good, but you do have all this other stuff around it. And obviously the game wants you to be doing your, you know, your gathering and your exploring, so we're trying to like mix it up, so to speak. But yes, you can be stuck in a very, you know, gathering heavy cycle. But the thing I've actually started to really like about No Man's Sky is it very much reminds me of a game I used to play when I was much younger, and I'm not really too keen on sci-fi stuff. But it reminds me very much of Operation in Space. Not with the gathering, just all the stuff with the starship and the space battles and that sort of stuff. It's got like a modern feel on that. The gathering thing just feels like any other game where you have to gather resources, your Minecrafts, your Rusts. You know, all those games I haven't played. I'm trying to think what game I have played that's similar to that. It was really popular, but in fairness, it was like even before my time. Okay, I got stuck in the ground there. Let's try that again. No, I'm still stuck in the ground. Operation in Space is nothing like. We've had to use some launch thruster there because I don't know what happened with that. Probably because it was on the side of a cliff. Alright, let's try that again. If I don't get stuck inside my spaceship again. No, okay. Cost me precious launch fuel. How dare they? You do get an autosave every time you get out of your ship, so that's quite nice. You don't ever lose too much progress if you're nipping around everywhere. Thermal protection module. Ooh, an S1. That's pretty good. What's that for heat? Where's my other one gone? I had one in there, but extremely powerful. Sub-Zero. Oh, so that one is for cold. And the problem is you have to keep these charged. But I'm going to install it anyway. What does it say? Sub-Zero conditions. Ah, whatever. We're going to install it. Because, why not? The only issue is you've got to keep them topped up, so the last one I didn't, which might be why it's gone. Let's have a check on the distress beacon. Search for loot, open the box. The body lies draped over a large box covered in dangerous looking alien markings. A strange black mist surrounds the scene. Shall we open the box? I'm going to open the box. A dark energy travels through me. Channels through me, sorry, like a poison. The tech I find within the container comes at a cost. Ah, right, I was actually considering buying that for the spaceship. In fact, I could give it to the fighter one in actual fact. Alright, let's have a check on this ship then. The crashed one. It only just auto-saved, so if it had been anything horrendous, I'd have been alright. Okay, so this is not a great ship. that we found. It does, however, have a teleport receiver, although to repair it I've got to actually put in the stuff that it would cost to build it, so that's not all great. Yeah, I could get this to a state where it could fly, even at the minute, but then you've got to repair all of this stuff. And I've never even heard of paraffinium, and I don't know where I'd get it from. So, yeah, it's a lot of materials just to repair that, when it's definitely not worth doing. So I can just add it to my collection, and then I will have it up on my in my capital ship for later, but there's just no point. If it was like an S class or an A class, then there's a chance for me to trade it up, potentially, or trade it with someone else, you know, use its base value. But unfortunately, this one is a no-go, which is a shame. We did get some nice technology, so everything is an improvement. I do, at some point in this video, which I guess I should probably do very quite soon, is show the base I've made, which is not great, but it is what it is. Been to the crash freighter, we're not going to the abandoned building. We must ascend to the stars. And go to the space station. Because in the space station we've got a teleporter, which allows you to go between each system without having to, well, each system you've already been to, where it has a space station, or you've got a base with a teleporter in, and it doesn't cost you any of your resources to move between, so that's quite nice. Otherwise you'd just be spending all your resources just moving back and forward. Okay, anything else I need to do while I'm here? Oh, we can sell some stuff as well. Some unstable gel, some polyfiber. Oh, that can go in the free. Oh wait, what? Wait, where are we going? We have gone not where I asked it to go. I wasn't paying attention. Wait, where have we gone? Oh, straight past it. Yeah, that makes sense. How far away are we? Less than a minute. That's fine. Buy blueprints now or later. I've only got 204. We'll wait till later. There's a bit of a trick to, although I don't think it's how the game was designed to go. But in order to get the technology modules, what you can do is you can buy blueprints, buy modules, install them, and then deconstruct them and get the technology module. So whether it's designed that way or not, I'm not certain. To get a decent amount of money doing it that way, selling them on, which is probably not the way they had in mind. See, that's worth nearly 200,000. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of the unstable gel. Anything else I want to get rid of? Ship inventory. No. A couple of bits I want to move over. That silver needs to be moved over. That's it, actually. Right. For whatever reason, you can spin the chairs. If you felt like being a total rebel. But yeah. Okay, let's go to my base, which is called Winter is Coming, because it is a very wintry planet. It should be called Winter is Here. I digress. Oh, I remember the game that I played. We had to gather a load of resources. Terraria. I enjoyed that game. But very resource heavy. I believe it's in the patch notes. Top, first one. You've all been waiting for it, now it's here. The chair spin. So yeah, this planet is quite a decent one, other than the fact it's a bit chilly, because there's loads of materials, there's little bot security, so they don't really hassle you too much, and yeah, it actually has like proper trees, like earth trees, so it makes you feel at home. Feel like you're in the Scottish Highlands. So for whatever reason, and this really annoyed me, because the game has now started putting my starship here. So it was putting it behind the building. So I decided to make a little dock for it. And now it doesn't use it. It's now changed where it's putting it. Even though I can technically park it in here. So I was hoping that... I mean, this is about as flat as I could make it, which isn't great. There's no buffering tool for it. It's all balls. So yeah, so that was the point of this. It was meant to be like a landing zone. And that's where the ship goes. It does fit. Even though it looks like it may not. But instead, well, as well, now down here I've got a few storage containers. Out of the way. Don't know if there's anything in them. Yeah, so just some random stuff that I don't need right now, but I think I need later. Which may or may not be the case. We'll find out at some point. The warp gel, actually, that can go into the freighter. The launch fuel. See, the idea was I was going to have these two down here, and it would be like full of just stuff, you know, that I needed for the ships or whatever. So, you know, in actual fact, the launch fuel would go in there because that would make sense. Actually, I better put the marrow bulb in there because I don't need that at the minute. I guess that's it really for now. So yeah, so this was the landing strip. I've not got it on Steam, so there is no other players in my game. I found out they've not released it to GOG yet, so it's just, you know, I don't even have anyone on GOG. So no, other players can't steal from it. I don't know if they would be able to in the Steam version or not, but you can choose to play solo if you wanted to anyway. So yeah, because I tried joining an online game and it wouldn't let me, and then I looked up and I found out why. So yes, it is something that they're looking to fix. So I'll probably end up just playing randoms eventually. So I also built myself a little pathway up to the top of the hill. So I was trying to go for like an observatory kind of look, and there is going to be, or there is need for another one on top of there at some point when they want me to upgrade my base. So we also made a little tunnel as well through the mountain, or sort of. And then I realised how expensive it was getting, constantly filling up my mining tool. And in actual fact, I think has the game put my tunnel under my tunnel? Oh no, yeah. So yeah, there's like a secret tunnel, I guess, although it's pretty pointless at the minute. If I ever find a use for it, that'll be the day. And then the actual base is literally just what I could afford to build because it's quite resource heavy, and I had to go an extra one up for the portal, the teleporter, which also blocked my crops, which is what it is. I've got a permanent refinery there, just because, if need be. There need be. Got some lights out the front. I did all this, all the raised earth. You can probably tell it's a bit too intentional for it not to be, but it was put. I put that there. Down here is just is where the overseer lives. It's part of the main story, and I sort of built this as though it's got a bit of a railing to it. So you go up the ramp into the next man's office, and then it'll go around and up as needed, I guess, depending on how many tool it gets. Because it isn't like a ladder or anything that I'm aware of. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have weird ideas when it comes to building bases. So, right. So I was meant to come back and talk to this guy, which it put him on like an hour and 50-minute cooldown. So basically, just try and get me to go off and do some other stuff. He appears to have no memory of our previous encounter. So basically, he passed his exams or something, and he was going to come and be my scientist. So, and then some weird stuff happened, and he was cut off from the neural interface. It's a bit. These guys are a bit like the Geth, mostly alien, or a bit more humanoid in a way, but they're very much like the Geth. So yeah, this guy doesn't even know what's going on right now. No, but he does like me, because these guys like me anyway. So, what have I got to go and do? Where do you want me to go now? Back to the observatory. Oh, I already went there. Well, anyway. So are we going to go and do that? Or not? I suppose I might as well. I can't really do much else at the minute. Yep, no, nothing else much to do. An update there from the frigate's mission. Everything going fine at the minute, which is good. Incoming message. Oh, this is not going to be good. We have a problem. One of our ships has been badly damaged and will struggle to complete the expedition. Ah. Yellow dwarf. No. Mission critical damage. Of course it has. I'm going to have to recall it. Does that mean the other one stays out there though? I mean, they might as well. They're not going to get much done because they're not particularly industrial, but oh well. Okay, that's a shame. With Green Dwarf, I left it out there, and it didn't come back, so I'm not overly keen on having another one bite the dust, but no one's going to have to repair it when it gets back, so more material's gone. You'd want to watch TV off his head. Well, my guy's the same race as that one, but I suppose mine's a bit more ambiguous. You can't tell straight off the bat necessarily that they're part of the same race. Is that going to let me land? Yeah, there we go. See, that's what my character's got, but mine potentially could just look like a fancy visor. Those bloody sentinels. Okay. So now it works. Download the data. And now fly back. Yeah, the simplest of all RPG missions, the fetch quest. See if I can get in. Oh, level 2 pass, I only have a level 1 pass. Damn it. Only $5.99 to get the level 2 pass, but a bit too much for my blood. Now let's activate the thing, if I haven't already. Nope, I hadn't already. Lizard point 7. Right, let's see if I can land my ship in my crater. It's a bit fiddly. See, while you're trying to tag something, and you press E, E is also to land. So it comes up with that thing saying it's too high to initiate landing. Now if you try to tag something too early, guess what you do? You land. As stupid as that is, but yeah. I think I have to get the orientation just right as well. Come on, come on, come on. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yeah. Yeah, I sort of did it. It's got all this space. Luckily, it won't kill my ship. It'll just end up clipping me through it. So, yeah, too close that is. Anyway, let's go and talk to that scientist. But yeah, so there is more than enough room there to land him. I sort of want to attack this guy because I bloody hate these things. And one of my missions is to kill a lot of these. I've got to kill 20 of them. Wow, I did a lot of damage to me. But 180 would be good. So basically, if you kill them quick enough, they don't summon reinforcements. I didn't kill him quick enough. No one's going to hide in my base. What are they going to do about it? I haven't invited them in. While you've been absent, Kovacs has detected anomalies. I feel alone. Perhaps the data will have the answer. The data contains no answers. Blueprints for living, a glass, and a beacon. What's living glass then? An advanced building material, this glass has been imbued with organic compounds that allow it to react to the environment. Microbes within the glass filter. Within the glass filter, harmful light of all wavelengths and balance the atmosphere is required. Oh, okay. So you're in like a particularly inhospitable planet, I guess. They've just given up now as well. I can feel myself slipping further. Perhaps that beacon may be of some use. Construct one. Okay. Yeah, we can probably construct a beacon. Mission updated. Return to this. I'm already at the scientist. I don't know if I did read somewhere about land defenses, like planetary defenses. I don't know if it was to do with your base or whether it was to do with something else. So it might be possible. I haven't seen or heard of it, but they're drip feeding me all of the stuff for bases at the minute. So promise to hurry, promise nothing. Perhaps I truly am alone. Maybe. At least one ship's made it there. Ooh, what milestone have I accomplished? Destroyed 5 sentinels. Only 15 more to go. Lovely. Okay. So, what does it take for a beacon? Farming. Oh, is it permanent? Oh, a large. Oh, I've got a large refiner now. Now, that is interesting. 5 microprocessors, though. Come on, guys. That's a lot. Storage, portable technology, a beacon. I need a metal plating, 2 ion batteries, and a microprocessor. Lovely. Don't think I can actually do that right now. So, oh, I can build 2 ion batteries. Oh, maybe it is doable. Oh, I can't build 2 ion batteries. I need more dust. That's easy enough to get hold of, though. What was the other thing? Microprocessors. Ah. Now, microprocessors are stored in my capital ship. So, we're going to have to go there anyway. That's a shame. Right, let's get some more dust for now. Oh, you're going to get all upset with me because I'm mining a few resources. Thanks, guys. I need like a little bit more and I'm done. There we go. Oh, I need 1 more. Okay, didn't mean to actually fire my secondary there. Apologies. Right. So... metal plating, so I'd need more dust. Although, I do have a crap ton of dust inside the capital ship. There's some in it. Which also doesn't cost anything, which is nice. So look, you can also get an exocraft, which I've not unlocked yet. But you can also summon any of your ships that you want as well. Although it does cost landing fuel, I believe. I think this is one of those games I'd rather own digitally. Yeah, I guess. I mean... I remember when the physical copies were like £2 a copy for the PlayStation and stuff, so might be worth getting it then. Let's see how this takes off, because this is going to be proper jank. Oh no, not another freaking message. Have you We have a problem, one of our ships has been badly damaged, so now yours is badly damaged as well. This is a load of crap. Right, recall it. I wonder... Interesting reading the reports though to see what actually happened to them. So my 1 damaged one's back already. Yellow Dwarf. So we can go and have a lot of fun going and fixing that. If Hello Games copyright me, tell them I sold a copy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, tell you what, I know for a fact that I've sold a decent amount of stuff for Square Enix through my coverage, and they're still more than happy to copyright me at every turn. So it is what it is, though. Okay, so can I just build? Does it link my... Oh, it does link them together. So there we go. There's my metal plating sorted, and my ion batteries, and now I just need the microprocessors. I think I'm gonna keep the microprocessors on me from now on. Gonna have a look at the log and see what happened with this expedition, though. Where is it? Oh, only 3 of them, but yeah. What? I want to take it out. I want to withdraw. What does that say? Critically damaged. Technology is critically damaged. Okay. I don't get why it's... Why would my storage container do that? Weird. Right, well, no microprocessor for me then. Right, okay. Oh, the SS Trojan is back as well. Scan detected large metal body. Close observation revealed a hulk of abandoned freighter slow decay in orbit. Salvage crew stripped valuable components and returned them for processing. 147. Activated indium, which is worth quite a lot of money, generally. Encounter scientific expedition. Exchange data. Hosted visiting crews, ambushed by pirates while in formation with other expedition. Deploy weapon systems, successfully defended both fleets. 27,000 credits. Navigated asteroid belt. Pilot error led to unplanned ship-asteroid interaction. That's a very diplomatic way of putting it. Attempt, and so that's when the Yellow Dwarf came back. Attempted to use orbital mining laser to harvest materials, by which point Yellow Dwarf wasn't there to do it. So yeah, power surge overheated laser core, heat shields failed, multiple bulkheads damaged by fire. Returned home to fleet. Assumed formation at capital ship, awaiting a debrief. a ship asteroid interaction. They just had a little chat. So yeah, so I got what, like 160,000 credits, but it's going to cost me a few. Well, actually, I don't know how many resources it's going to cost me to do 2 ships. So I'm just a bit annoyed that I can't get my microprocessors out of my storage container. I mean, the 2 bits that I don't really need right now, I can't. Let me just check the other storage. Because I don't believe this ship takes damage that I'm aware. I had nothing to tell me, by the way, your ship's broken. Well, the fact that storage containers obviously go out into space. No, that's damaged as well. Oh, do you think it links it up with the ships? It seems like a bit of a stupid thing to do. And also, you can't get rid of this, which I presume is meant to go when you build stuff. But yeah, more glitches. Not that they particularly bother me too much. So I would like to take one of my other ships out, but this one's got material. Starbucks. Oh no. So you can see, like, the clouds glitch through sometimes into the freighter, and also none of my other ships are here. If I reloaded my autosave, they'd all be in there, but as it turns out, because I summoned it, they're not there. So, like I say, room for improvement. But if these had been all the issues that would have happened when it came out, you could have, well, you wouldn't have really been that. As long as it's, as far as I'm concerned, bugs are bugs. You know, you get them in. Oh crap! I went back. You get them in Bethesda games all the time, and I give them a free pass. So I feel like as long as it's not game breaking, then you live with it till they fix it, or you just live with it. Come on, Starbuck, let's go. So I've got turrets on my main ship, and then my freighters have different defensive capabilities as well, built in, if they do. So we'll do Yellow Dwarf first. Mining ship, I've spent... So there is a bit of a glitch as well, which is really annoying. Keep hitting the ship, which is not going to help it. Where it doesn't let you repair all the elements of the ship, so you just have to leave it until it does let you, effectively. More glitches. This one is annoying. So if you send out a partially damaged ship, the chances of it coming back is not good. Right, we've only got 2 damaged components. How many are you showing me? You are showing me a grand total of 0. So yeah, that's what it will do. It will say, oh yeah, by the way, there's damaged components. You're like, alright, cool, no worries, let me go fix them. And, you know, there's 4 stations up here, and then there's 2 airlocks either side. So generally, you'll have a little marker that will say, here's what you need to go and fix, spend this resources to fix it. But as there's no marker, if I go up there, everything is going to be fine. So yeah, this one's glitched out. So we'll have to try and repair it when I play it again, whether that be tomorrow or in some point in the week, whenever that is. So yeah, that one can't be fixed at the minute. Sometimes, seeing it says I've repaired it, I definitely haven't. But that's because the notifications didn't come up for me to repair it. That's been the most annoying bug I've found so far. Like, why is the SS Trojan all the way down there? And then we'll get there and it may not... The SS Trojan can't be down there. That would mean it's on the planet. Unless it's the other side of the planet, which would make more sense. But still not a lot. This is annoying. Yeah, it can't be on the planet. And judging by the radar map, it's not behind it either. This might be one of those times where a reload might help. If not, I'm going to end what I'm doing anyway. So, but we'll give it a try. There's a fleet up there. There might be some recruitable frigates. But I don't have enough money. No. Even after I sell my stuff I've acquired, I'm probably only up to about 1 million. You need at least 2 to get a C-class frigate. Alright, so that will save. And then let's try reloading my auto-save. So yeah, not without its bugs still. Just bear that in mind. Usually if the auto-save doesn't alleviate most things, then shutting it down and going back in does. I've heard that the performance isn't terribly good. So, no. I own about 7 games on GOG. And I think 4 of them were free. I think, or 4 or 5? I don't know, I think I've bought 3 on there. But they were giving away the Fallout collection at one point for free on GOG. We also own that on Steam as well. So, meh. I thought it'd be good to play on the laptops without having to install Steam. Well, GOG is good. I bought The Witcher 3 on there when it first came out. Initially, perfectly fine. It was also, or did I buy it? Or did I think I bought a code, and the GOG one was like proper cheap. So, but once again, I then ended up buying it on Steam anyway. So, yeah, the clouds are still present, but my ships are here. Ah, some guy's come in with his. Doesn't look like it's a great ship. Probably about the same as my Hornet. What is it? 18 slots, Class C shuttle. I don't need another shuttle. That is cluttle. I don't need one of them either. Ooh. I don't actually have one of these. I found a broken one, but obviously it was broken, so I just sacked it off. How much does he want for this? It's a Sea Explorer. And it's 770,000. So I could just buy that, but I'm not going to use it. That's the thing. I could have like a whole thing full of ships, but just no point. Anyway, the great thing about these guys is you can also sell them stuff as well, so it gives you access to the global market without having to be at a terminal or go to a space station or whatever, or a trade post. So it gives you more chance to sell your wares. What do I want to sell? I wanted to sell the. Oh, I don't think I moved it, did I? Boogar. Let's move it. Yeah, that's what I want to sell. Anything else I want to sell? I think it's just that for now, because it's the only thing I can get away with getting rid of. Those stuff I want to keep because I want to stock up eventually on the salt. There it is, 144,000. So I'm up to, yeah, just under 900,000. Actually, what have I got on my starship? No major components to speak of. Right, let's go and try repairing the ships again. If it's not having it, then it's not having it, and I'm not going to fight it. So I'll have to wait till I get the chance to repair them. And when I reload it as well, that cloud texture will be gone. Thank goodness. Right, go. Oh, okay. Well, that's something. Yeah, I'm not getting out of this one. There's literally no chance. Why did it just take off straight up in the air? Like, that's not even a thing. Obviously, I'm going to be able to shoot my way out of it. Nope, we're buggered. It is moving slightly, but I don't know what texture it's going to be able to. It's going to be able to snap for a texture. Find a texture that's not snapped even to get through. No. Nope, we're done, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll just reload the autosave, and then I'll leave. Then that'll do. I've got lots of repairing to do. The thing about it is, sending the ships on the expedition is the only real way to make good money. good units is by doing that. You have to spend money to make money, which is basically what it comes down to in these sort of games, or games in general. So, right, cool. As long as this loads up okay, I'm done. No, I didn't put my glasses on either. Very annoying. Okay. At least I'm not stuck. Hopefully. Right. Lovely. I did have a manual save not too long ago as well. 18 minutes. Not too bad. Well, thanks for joining me out daft, and yeah, I'll see you everyone else very soon. Bye for now.